How can salespeople really use LinkedIn to generate sales leads?
By connecting with people, not by following them, not by creating content. Content can be awareness, but typically your content is only shown to people you're already connected to. So you are putting, as my grandfather would say, you're putting the cart before the horse. If you're thinking, I need to create content, I need to create content. No, actually, you need a profile that builds trust. You need get the right people. So you need to reach out and connect to people. And then that posting is a nice to do. And that's where you're reminding people who you are and deepening if and how they think of you. So don't just connect with people and then ignore them. But I think it's really important to create, say, a bridge sentence, such as, thanks for connecting, I appreciate it. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, so that you can then go back to people and say, I happen to be in your city, or I found an interesting statistic about your space that you might enjoy as well. This is the article below. This is, one sentence headline about it. Sort of so that you're building those relationships constantly, both with prospects, but also people who are in your ecosystem. So who are the people who are also selling to those same clients?
I love that. I talk about that as A players and B players. So A players are your potential direct clients that you can service and help. B players, they might be an A player as well, but they also are connected to your A players, to your ideal clients. And that's what you're really big on, is creating that network. And again, it's about how we're having conversations on LinkedIn. And I often think, if this person was standing right in front of me, if we're in a networking event or I've just met them, they're standing right in front of me, what would I say to them? And then I try and write something so it feels a little bit more human. Are there any other tips in terms of what do we actually say? Because I think the other thing is sometimes, yes, we connect and then there might be an initial message, but then sometimes people can get a bit gun shy around, well, what do I do next? And you did give a couple of tips there, but any tips on how we really start that conversation and then transition it offline? Because ultimately, that's kind of the goal, isn't it?
It is. And I'm sure with your mind, you've got, just to put you on the spot here, you've got some statistics around how many touch points it takes. And I'd love to hear how many it is. But I think it's not just, connecting with somebody and then reaching out and saying, hey, do you want to buy? It's a bridge sentence. So thanks for connecting. I appreciate it. And not expecting a response back. Sometimes you'll get a thumbs up. I frequently get a thumbs up to that, or a little smiley face. Typically, I just get crickets. And then I'll drop in another thing, such as a positive statistic. So a positive statistic about their industry, and it'll be 3 to 5 words. Just seeing this about, X has grown by this percent. Thought you might find the below article or a podcast or something interesting dropped below. And again, no expectation of a response. And then another one might be, there's an industry event going on. We've not met, but we are connected on LinkedIn. It'd be nice to put a face to the name. Are you going to be at that event? It's so much easier to catch up. I'm like, I'm only in Adelaide or Brisbane or wherever for a few days. Do you have any chance I can catch up? So it's sort of a number of touch points over time, which are low pressure.